Well, hello again. Here I am live on YouTube. Now I just have to wait for it to go live on Facebook. Why is it not going live on Facebook? Okay, let's try that. Some days. There we go. Okay, there we are. Now I should have sound again. And I think I'm live. Of course, all you can see is my hands now. Oh my gosh. I guess I jinxed it yesterday when I said how easy it was last night to go live. So, hello, welcome to my craft room. I am Glenda Mollett, and I am located on the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And tonight I have got a gorgeous coloring technique for you. There. Hello, Alice and Jennifer and Jackie and Wendy and Nadine and Norma and Renee. Holy man, we're all waiting there. Hi, Janet and Kim. Oh my gosh. Thank you for putting up with my non-techie start. I just need to go and grab something because I wanted to show you from last year. Hang on. It's in here somewhere. There. Okay. Okay, I'm ready now. So tonight I'm going to do a coloring technique and I'm going to be using the Winterly Treetops bundle. Hello, Brenda and Leanne. Well, hello, Leanne. Are you feeling better, my friend? Okay, so tonight I'm going to be doing a background coloring technique. And if you were with me last year, you may remember when I did this card. I'll show you up close. And you may remember when I did this card. I couldn't give them away because I loved them so much last year, so I still have them. So tonight I'm going to do kind of along the same lines, but turn it into um, like a woodsy theme. Hi, Eddie. Lena. Oh, haven't gone to bed yet? Oh, poor Leanne. Love you, my friend. Hi, Tracy. Oh, Tracy, your son was here in Port Alberni? Wow, that's different. Today, we had a gorgeous day today, so welcome to Port Alberni. I tell you, it was stunningly gorgeous here today. Okay, there's the card I'm going to show you tonight. Now, this piece in the background started out white. Ah, white, you say? Yes, white. Look at this. Do you see that? Sparkle and glitter and shine, and I'm going to show you how to do it tonight. So here's the cards from last year. So I started out with this one, and this was a technique that I don't have the paper on the back, so I don't remember who the technique was by, but I showed you how to do this. And if you want to know how to do this, then go to my YouTube channel and search for Marius Trees, and it will come up. And then I decided I wanted to see what would happen if I did it in pinks. So there's the same card, only in pink. So tonight we're going to do this one. And I've got my list of how to do this. Are we ready? There's the inside. It's a little boring. And I've lost my light Pool Party Stampin' Blends. I'm thinking that it dried out and I had to throw it away, so I have to wait for the new one to come in, but anyways. Okay, so I need some paper towel because I want to protect my work surface. So there's some paper towel because we're going to get inky tonight. Inky, I say. All right, so I will be using, are you ready to, I didn't put the list of supplies in the description of the video. Oh, okay, ready to write down? Because there's a lot of stuff we're using tonight. Copper clay, gray granite, pecan pie, early espresso, and cherry cobbler. Those are the inks. And then water aqua painters. And I'm using one with the white ink, and I have a dedicated aqua painter for that because you can't ever get it clean once you use it. Wink of Stella. I've got some Stampin' Blends that I'm going to color the bird with, but they don't have anything to do with the background. Winterly Treetops bundle, stamp set, and the dies. There's that beautiful die that I'm going to do this die cut with. I love this. I love this. Nobody's commenting on my card. Well, come on, people. I'm going to use this sentiment strip from Delicate Forest Dies. Going to finish it off with the cherry cobbler and pearl berries. I will be using early espresso reinker and white reinker. I told you there's a lot of stuff on this one. We're going to use enamel effects and pearlized enamel effects and metallic enamel effects. So I need the copper and I need the white or the gold. Is it copper and gold? Let's see. I'm just reading. Copper enamel effects and white enamel effects. Okay, well, we might put some gold on there. I don't know yet. And the white one. And I'm using, when I did this, I used a dauber, but I'm not going to use a dauber for some of this because if you were here on Monday night, you saw me use plastic wrap and I really like the effect. So we're going to use plastic wrap. And then I have this thing that I'm going to hold the plastic wrap with. So I know which end, not because I'm going to get dirty with it, but it allows me to know which end I put the ink on. That's all. That's the only reason why. A palette knife, a piece of plastic, and the card kit. Because, we got the card kit. Oh, thank you. Leanne says it's beautiful, but I thought it was a given. Love the card. Very pretty, both handful, but can't wait to see you create the background. Kim says your card is beautiful. Love the background. And I love the enamel effects. Yep. So I need that piece and I need this piece. And then I'm going to move that over there because I don't want to get anything on it. And I'm going to move my card over there as well. So in the background, can you see that piece that has the wood grain in it? So that started out as this. This is a piece of our wood textured specialty paper. And it has, let me see, there you go. There, you can see the wood grain on there now. That I'm going to turn into this. And then the frame I'm going to cut out of this piece of early espresso. Okay. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to have my card in here because I don't want to get it mucky. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this out so that I know, so that I can color it along the way. So it's exactly the same size as this die. And this is early espresso and it's 5 by 3 3/4. This die is fun because it doesn't cut the outside out, it just cuts the inside out. So you can make it whatever size you want. All right. Run that through. Ugh. And then I'm going to pop it out. Take my Post-it note pieces out of there. And then card on Monday, then you saw me take this piece and sponge for the inside. So I might just do that tonight too. And I didn't want to cover up too much of the background, so I made this really skinny. You can see it there. That's the piece right there. Okay, put that die away. And I'll save this. Maybe we'll use it on the inside. So there's my pieces that I am using. There's my plastic. And that's only to put the enamel effects on, because I usually use my silicone mat. But if you let it dry on your silicone mat, you'll never get it off. Okay, so I'm going to start out with crumb cake. Okay. Where's my crumb cake? I didn't get it out. Okay, crumb cake ink too. And didn't get my blending brushes out. So let me reach them here. Okay, I'm going to need a brown one. And I'm going to need copper clay. And I'm going to need gray granite. Oh, I don't need gray granite. I grabbed gray granite instead of crumb cake, apparently. Crumb cake, pecan pie, copper clay, early espresso. I washed all my blends. Oh, there it is. These ones are not washed yet. Early espresso and cherry cobbler. Where are you, cherry cobbler? There we go. Okay. I'm going to start out with crumb cake. And I'm going to do the whole thing gets done with crumb cake. So that's why I'm using a big one, because it's just easier to get it on fast. So what do you think about this starting out white and then turning that lovely dark golden brown? All right. Get a nice base coat on here. And if you have blotches, don't worry about it, because we're going to put so many layers of color on that you'll never know. Oh, Alice, you'll see the transformation, all right. There we are. We have crumb cake all over. And if I hold this up again, you'll be able to see the wood grain in here. There we go. Let's try that. The beauty of this is it gets darker and darker, and then you just stop when it's dark enough for you. So there we are. There's the wood grain in that piece. Now this is only one-sided. It doesn't have the wood grain on the other side. It only got it on one side. Okay. It only has it on one side. And now I'm going to take pecan pie, which is the next darkest one. And I'm going to put spots of pecan pie. And remember when you're doing this to use the lid of your ink pad because then you can reuse that ink that you brush off. Like this, and pick it up from there. So tomorrow I have to go grocery shopping because I have my in-person creative escape on the weekend. So looking forward to that. I'm gonna stamp with some awesome ladies. Okay, there we go. That was pecan pie. And then copper clay, which is the next darkest one. I think I'm going to grab another blending brush only because I want to be able to repeat this if I want to add some more color. Because the beauty of this is you can add color until it looks the way you want it to look. So now I'm just going to fill in between those blotches. Hi, Connie. Hi, Norma. Now, I'm going to make this quite dark. So do you want to see the card again so you can have a look at what I'm doing? Okay. Because I can't have the card in here because I'm going to start spritzing and stuff and I don't want to kill my card. Okay, now I'm going to go back to pecan pie and make this a little bit darker than the pecan pie. And every time you do this, it's going to be different because, well, it's just going to be different. And you can see it how it's starting to take color now. Okay. And now I'm going to go with early espresso, which is our darkest. Why do you use paper towel? Because Brenda, my glass mat glares too much when I'm online. So I can't use my glass mat because of my lighting in here. Okay, so now I'm going to go all the way around the outside. And this is early espresso. And I want it quite dark around the edges, but I still want those other colors to come through as well. So don't forget that from now until the 22nd or the 31st of October, anybody who puts in a $60 order, minimum $60 order from me will get a free package of embellishments because I'm celebrating my 17th stampiversary. Now I'm adding some in the center there. Not all over it, just in blotches. And I think I'm gonna try and get some more around the edge, make it a little bit darker around that edge. So you can go directly to my online store, or you can get a hold of me and I can place your order for you. And if you live locally and want to be included in my group order, then just let me know because I have them going in all the time. But that's only till the 31st. And then it's gone. Okay, I think that's good enough in that one. You don't use blending brushes with enamel effects, correct? No, Tracy, I do not. I do not use blending brushes with enamel effects. So that's that. Now I'm going to go back to crumb cake. Enamel effects, I used them on a dauber the other night, and I didn't go and wash it right away because I wanted to see what would happen, and it actually made a huge mess of the dauber. It turned the dauber really hard, so I had to throw the dauber away. So if you're going to use a dauber with enamel effects, make sure you clean it right away. It was an old one that was falling apart anyway, so I didn't mind. So now I'm going back over the whole thing with crumb cake just to blend it all together so that there's no areas where it's definitely got color streaks, in between the colors. Okay, so there we go. I was just telling my delivery guy I miss him, so I will order something tonight or tomorrow. Still draggy with this. Oh, Valerie, feel better soon. There you go. What do you think? Okay, so that was all over with crumb cake. Now, if you want, you can add a little bit more of the other colors to brighten it up a bit, but I think I'm going to leave this color. I might get a little bit more right there in the middle. It seems to be a bit light in the middle. So let me get, what do I want to put in there? Maybe some copper clay. Just right here. It's just a bit light. That's a little better because it looked like it hadn't got any color in there. Okay, so to recap, start out with crumb cake, and then you put pecan pie, and then you put copper clay, and then you put early espresso, and then go back over with crumb cake again. And then you look and see if you want to have any more color in any areas. And then you can go back over top with crumb cake again if you want. But I'm pretty happy with this. I think this turned out pretty cool. Okay, so these are going to go away now. Over on here, out of my way. And I have an aqua pen, water pen, that has just water in it. There's nothing else. And I'm going to flick some water. So the more aggressive you are with flicking, the bigger your dots are going to be. So I'm just going to get another piece of paper towel just in case I have to blotch things off. Oh, thanks, guys. Okay, here we go. Now, make sure your aqua pen is good and wet. You want water on here. And you're just going to flick. And only do it once, all the way down. And then go back if you missed any spots. A little bit over there. And I'll hold it up so you can see what it's doing. You see what? Can you see the blotches it's getting? You see them here? It will actually move your ink around. Now, if I go really aggressive, the blotches will be quite big. So I just put some more on there and was more aggressive, so the blotches are bigger. Okay, and I think I'm going to put some more right in the middle. Get my aqua pen a little bit wetter. You don't want to make it too wet because you don't want to have the cardstock too wet. But if you get too much water on it, then put a paper towel over top of it and blot it like this, and then get your heat gun out and dry it. But I don't think I'm going to have to. Look at this. This is stunning. I'm having fun, just in case. Look at this. I'm inky. It's a good thing. Now, I'm going to take a block and some white reinker. Now, this is what comes with our uninked ink pad. So if you've made yourself a memento pad, then you got the reinker. And this is different. This is still water-based, but it's pigment ink. And this is sticky, so it takes longer to dry. And you can use this with your embossing powders. So I've got that on there, but I can't put it on there full strength because that's not going to give me the look I want. So I have an aqua painter that is dedicated to the white because you'll never get it clean again. So you need lots of water. And you want to dilute it quite a bit. Make it nice and runny, because the runnier it is, the smaller your blotches are going to be. I'm just going to put that off to the side for a sec. I just want to see how big those blotches are going to be. Okay, a little bit more water. And then I'm going to bring my paper back in. And I'm just going to be gentle. I don't want to be too aggressive because I want big blotches and little blotches. Oh, yes. Ho ho! Look at this. I love it. Okay, now take some off. And because I only use this with white, I don't have to clean it. But put this off to the side, otherwise it will go everywhere. Now, I'm just going to grab my heat gun, but I'm going to have to dry that now because it is quite wet. And before I go on to the next step, I want this dry. So I'm just going over top of it and drying the white ink, and it will start to curl. You see it start to curl? That means the top of the cardstock is drier than the back side of the cardstock. So if it curls, then you need to turn it over and dry the back side as well. And see, it will uncurl itself. Okay. I still have another layer to put on here. Well, actually 2 layers, but one is Wink of Stella. So now I'm going to take another block and my early espresso reinker and do the same thing. Put a little bit of ink on the block. Take my water pen. So this is the original one that I used to get the water blotches. And dilute this. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way because I want to see what my blotches are going to look like. Okay, they're too big. So I got to take some water off of there. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to flick some blotches on there. and I wanna go all over the whole thing. So this is why you have to put your paper towel on to protect your work surface, and if I had have used the my glass mat, I would have wet ink everywhere. There. So I'll take this off to my sink when we're done and clean that out. Now I'm gonna move this because otherwise, it'll go everywhere. Okay, so there's what we have so far. Can you believe that that started out as a piece of white paper? Now, the last step is to take Wink of Stella because you know me and Wink of Stella. Everything is better with Wink of Stella. I'm hoping that my Wink of Stella has enough left in it to add some blotches, and I'm going to go all over the whole entire thing and stick some blotchies on there. And I'm lucky because my Wink of Stella is juicy enough that it's giving me some big blotches and some little blotches. Okay, let's have a look and see what that looks like. All right, so there can, let me know if you can see the shine on that. Can you see that? Go up a little bit closer. Look at that. So now I'm going to let this dry while I do the frame. So I'll put that over there. Now, where's my die cut? I lost my die cut. There we go. So this is the one I'm going to use the enamel effects on. Oh dear. I think I'll just get some more paper towel. Mandatory in craft room is rolls and rolls of paper towel. Whoops, that was my heat gun just fell on the floor. I'm off to Costco on Friday, so I'm going to be able to get more paper towel because I'm just about out. Oh, good, Jackie. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is fun. It's drying well. Okay, so if you were here on Monday, then you kind of saw this part of the technique. I lost my plastic. There it is. I usually take a marker and put an X on my plastic sheet when I'm using it because if it gets lost on your table, you'll never find it. But with that X on there, you will know where it is. But turn it over so the X is on the back side, just in case. All right, so I'm going to take the white and copper, and I think I'll add some gold as well. Now, for the copper, I used a palette knife because I wanted it to be a little bit more than just using a dauber. So this is the palette knife. You need to get the enamel effects? Yes, Jackie, you do. Yes, Alice, you do. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to fill my palette knife up and dab. And I'm dabbing on the leaves as well as on the frame. Oh, I just stuck my finger in it. Hello, that was dumb. Oh well. Oh, this is turning out so pretty. Now you know what I do in my craft room at midnight all by myself. You should hear me when I'm all alone and I create these amazing cards, and then there's nobody to share it with. Because I usually, um, get a hold of Leanne, my friend Leanne, who was watching. I don't know whether she's still there or not. She's from Saskatchewan, and we share. Okay, now I'm gonna take paper towel and clean that off because it's a pain in the butt to get off of a palette knife when it dries like cement. Janet, it is amazing how it transforms that white paper into that gorgeous background, isn't it? Okay, so now I'm going to use white. Yes, I'll do white first. I'm gonna use some white. And I'm going to use plastic wrap like I did on Monday because that was a really cool effect. So you just take a normal piece of kitchen plastic wrap, whatever size, and scrunch it up. And the more scrunchies you get, the better it is. And then I'm just using this to hold the end so I know which end I put the color on because it's not always evident. And then I'm just going to dab all the way around. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. So tell me in the comments, should I put some gold on there as well, or just leave it with the two colors? I'll hold it up so you can have a look at it. Look. Hard to believe that that started off as a dull, boring piece of early espresso cardstock. Norma says yes, add some gold. Why not? Why not? I won't put as much on as I did the white. So I'm going to smooth it out a little bit so that it's not quite as heavy on my paper. Oops. Okay, it's really wet now. You can add a drop of ink to the white enamel effects and make different colors. Oh, Carol, hello, first of all, and what a good idea. Okay, now I'm done with this. So that's just going in the garbage. And I don't have to clean anything except my fingers. Alice liked the two. Renee said as a little gold. Add the gold, but it does look awesome just the way it was. Okay, so there we go. All it did was add a little bit more shine. But this has to dry now. So I'm just going to do that. And get my pokey tool. And I'm going to use my heat gun on it just to help it dry. But I want to hold it down so it doesn't run away on me. And I'm just going around. I'm also doing a fundraiser for Christmas boxes for the Salvation Army. I am collecting donations for the Santa boxes, and I'm going to buy Stamping Up kits and donate them to the Salvation Santa box. So they will go to, first of all, to the kids that ask for them. And then if there's any leftovers, it's going to go to the families. And I'm halfway there with the sponsor. I got until the end of the month to collect sponsors. Apparently, Janet, enamel effects are a must. Hello, Sarah. There we go. There's the frame. Okay, now put that off to the side. Oh, I know what I have to do. You got to put I have to put glue on this. To put glue on this. And while I'm putting the card together, this glue will dry and become like glue dots. But you need to have it attached to your card somehow. And I don't have it adhesive sheet on here. I don't know how it would work with adhesive sheet and having to use the heat gun. Okay, I'm just looking to see if I put it on. I did on some of them. Okay, but not right out to the edge. All right, so we'll just put it down the center of the big ones, but not right to the edge of them. So if you'd like to sponsor a Santa box, just get a hold of me. If you can't do the full $30, I understand. Anything will help. And all of my Stamping Up commission is going towards buying new kits. So although I'm looking for 30 to sponsor, that will probably get me like 40, 42 kits. That would be amazing. Okay, this is going off to the side to dry. Back there, out of my way. And apparently I'm getting new grid paper. Okay, let's pull our card base, our colored piece back in, and there's the colored piece. It's nice and dry now. And let's get rid of these blending brushes and palette knife and get the enamel effects and the re-inkers out of the way so I can bring my stamps in. Okay, so here's the card that we're going to make right now. There's not a lot of supplies. This is the inside, and I'm just going to stamp the bird and the words in there. Cherry cobbler, and this is stamped in early espresso. Okay. Get my early espresso out. And I'm not going to worry about a stamping paper because this grid paper is toast. Now you don't have to use just black Memento ink when you want to use Stampin' Blends. You can use, I haven't found one of our colors yet that doesn't work. There we are. And then on the envelope. So you can use any of our water-based inks with your Stampin' Blends. That's that. And I'm going to close that and bring in Cherry Cobbler. Okay, since I stopped, you guys have stopped chit-chatting. And I'm going to stamp that in Cherry Cobbler. Then we're going to pull this in, stamp the inside sentiment in Cherry Cobbler. You still hanging out? There we go. Cherry Cobbler needs re-inking. Okay, now I'm going to, I don't like to know where my light pool party is. I've lost it. Maybe it dried out and I threw them both away. I'll have to look at my orders and see if I've reordered them. I'm just going to use a little bit of pool party. Oh, I didn't stamp this one. Oops. I need the one for the front. Thanks, Alice. No time at all. You will be Stamping like this too. Don't forget that there is a starter kit promotion happening this month too. And although Stampin' Up! Calls it the starter kit, I call it the happy shopper kit. You do not have to um, go all out and be a demonstrator like me. Although if you want to, you can. You can earn at least enough to you could earn now, just remember, I can't say you can. You could earn. It is a possibility to earn um, enough to fuel your habit, we'll say. So this is light pumpkin pie. And I'm just doing that. And then I'm going to take my lifter and go around the edges just to smooth those edges out a bit. Like that. But if you want to go all out and be a demo like I am, the opportunity is there. And if you don't want to do anything other than get the starter kit, that's absolutely fine. Can anybody see what I'm doing here? I do something I say you should never do. Does anybody know what it is that I'm doing that you should never do? This is copper clay marker. I like using the markers for the stems instead of the Stampin' Blends and the feet. Then I have dark crumb cake. Color before I die cut. Yep, exactly it. Oh, thanks, Jackie. I'm glad you remember. Jackie says she thinks I tossed it because it was dry last time. That means I've got one coming, and it's not here yet. But I think I'm going to need two of them. I got lots of darks. Anybody need a dark one? There we go. Oh, look, and then I never did this one while I was at it. Yes, I hardly ever color before I die cut. Because if your die moves and you don't get a good die cut, then you've wasted all that time. Hang on. Oh, pardon me. Sneezy time. I was just so excited to be coloring. It seems anticlimactic coloring this after I just spent all that time making the background. There. Now, I didn't do this dude's beak, but it looks like it needs the beak colored to me. So let's just add some color to the beak. There we are. Oh, thank you. Yes, I quite often sneeze when I'm doing, I don't know what it is. I'm not allergic to my craft room for sure, but I sure sneeze a lot in it, especially in the fall. We're going to line this up and then we're going to pray that it doesn't mess up while I cut it. So we'll put 3 on. 3 of these dudes on. Oops. Guess it helps if I actually grab one. There, I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to get the die to cut this out. So I'm cutting it. This is quite long. And I didn't want to use the whole thing, so I just lined it up on the side and cut it off. So I'm going to get it over as far as I can on the right-hand side. So if you are interested in getting the Happy Shopper Kit, sometime between now and 31st of October, Send me a message and we'll chat. Already had one new team member this month, which is awesome. And I know it's expensive, but you get $206 worth of stuff for $135. That's it. That's all it costs you. The shipping is free. In some provinces, like Alberta, there is no tax because all you pay is GST. So you pay 5% in some provinces, not all provinces. And then you can become part of my Craft Room Stampers team. And oh, good, it worked. My team members get access. My first level team members get access to my monthly tutorial subscriptions for free, and a whole bunch of other stuff. They don't know it yet. It's a secret, but they might be getting special gifts for my Stampiversary. But don't tell anybody, okay? All right, let's put this inside as soon as I find my adhesive, because I was so excited I didn't get it out. Come on. Thank you. So I wanted to have a party, but we're so far apart that it's difficult to find a time that suits everybody. And some can come in person and some can't. So instead, I'm doing a gift for them. And no, I am not going to tell you what it is. Okay, that's the inside. Now we'll put this on the front. And if you get it good and dry on both sides, you don't have to put a lot of adhesive down the center to keep it flat. Just make sure you dry on the back side as well as the front side. Okay, so that looks good. Put that on my front, like that. Oh, now get the frame and put that on. Come on, don't stick yet. Not ready for you to stick yet. Oh, look at this. How stunning is that? So can you tell me I'm on the side of... Oh, I can tell you because you live on the other side of the world. I might have team members watching, Sarah. Funny. I know what the surprise is, but nobody else does. Nobody else. Okay, so I'm putting dimensionals on here. So what I've done is I didn't put dimensionals here because I wanted to slide it down underneath those leaves. So just at the top, I need a couple of strips. I need one for the tail and one for the other foot. I was going to say hoof. It's not a hoof. Wrong animal. Wrong animal. Okay, so that's going to go in there like that. And I've got this the other way. Like I turned the frame. I'm not sure I'm going to put it underneath like I did. Okay, I think theirs looks good. What do you think? Out there on dimensionals? Or, yeah, Move it over a little bit. Center it a little bit more. Aw, thanks, ladies. Sarah in Australia is laughing at me. Okay. Yeah, took it off. We'll put this right about. I want it up a little bit more. Right about there. And put dimensionals on the sentiment. Get that on there. And then we're done. What time is it? See, it only took me, well, less than an hour because, I started late because your old Facebook wasn't cooperating. I think I jinxed it last night by saying it was easy. Okay, now this I'm going to move down a bit, I think. Right about right there. Or down here. Let's put it there. Over a little bit more. There we are. You are the only person I know that uses enamel effects. Now I've ordered them. Oh, Nadine, you're funny. Oh, so there you go. Look at that. Well, I had enamel effects for a long time. Like I had them for probably a year before I said to myself, you got to start using these things because otherwise they're just going to sit there. So I decided to start using them. I'm going to use one of these triple ones because why not? Let's just put the triple one down here, make it look like it's on there. And then we'll put one over here. And then we'll put one up there. There we go. And as far as I know, these are back in stock again. Thanks, Norma. Sarah has a cousin in Alberta. That's cool. Okay, I want to let you know that there's much more sparkle on this one than there is on this one. I didn't get as much Winkostella on my original one as I did this one, but oh my goodness. Look at this. I'm trying to tip it so that you can get can you see the Winkostella and the gorgeous glimmer on this? Well, people, that's it. Don't forget, I have 2 classes that are open for, I was going to put this on the inside and then I never did. No, not doing it now. I have 2 classes open for registration. One is the Simply Zinnia class, and that's the monthly tutorial subscription. So there's 4 cards for that one if you do the tutorial, 3 cards if you do the class. And it's also my club one. And Otterly Adorable. Sure, Valerie. I've got your number. Hi, Holly. Thank you. So I just happened to have behind me Otterly Adorable because I was going to play with it. So do you want to have a look at it again? This is coming November the 5th. This will be available to non-demonstrators to order. If you get the Happy Shopper kit before the end of October, you can get this in your Happy Shopper kit. There's stamp set. Look at the faces on this thing. And then there's the die set. And I can't show you any cards because they're down in my studio. And then there's the paper. So you can get access if you're a demonstrator. It's available to pre-order now. If you're not, if you're a customer, then you have to wait till November the 5th. Or you can get the Happy Shopper kit and get this in your hot little hands right now. Look at these. I made an anniversary card with this. Does this not look like an anniversary? And then you could use this one for a baby card. And then they have patterns on the other side. Just going to order this one for, yes, Sarah. Sarah in Australia. It's a demonstrator. Yes, you need to get it. Look at this. These are so cute. I love this. I love, 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 love. And then this one, you're probably thinking, oh, how can you use that? Well, you cut it up and you can make cards like this, or you can use it as a scrapbook page. If you cut it here, you can get 3 cards out of there. So even though you won't get anything in the middle one, you can still use one of the other pieces from the paper. And then I saw a shaker card the other day made. And look at this. This is cute. This one, they made a shaker card out of it. Good night, Nadine. Thanks for hanging out with me. They use this as the background, and then they die cut a bunch of little fish because there is a fish die in here. So they cut a bunch of calypso coral fish and had a bunch of other stuff in their shaker card. It was amazing. And look at this. Oh, I love it. So this is the class coming in December. You can get just the kits, you can get the bundle and the kits, or you can get the suite and the kits. And my other class is Simply Zinnia, which has been around for a while, and I got it a long time ago, but I never did anything with it. So I thought, well, let's do it. Let's just do it. So I made my my posters up this time, so with full cards in it, not just sneaky peekies. So this is the Zinnia class. You get to make those 3 cards, this one, that one, and that one, and they are fun fold-ish-y. So if you don't have Simply Zinnia and you don't want to get it, you can still do this class without it, because I created the cards so that it's the techniques and the folds, not the stamp set and dies. And then if you're part of my monthly tutorial, you're going to get this one. And that's a really cool fun fold. And if you're not part of my monthly tutorial, all you have to do is say, I want to be part of your monthly tutorial. And then this is Otterly Amazing. So there's 3 cards for this one as well. And there you go. All right, ladies, if you have enjoyed my video, please hit those emojis and let Facebook know that you like my video. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button that's right down there. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're celebrating our grandson Cameron's 13th birthday this weekend. Where did that time go? Holy Aunt Jemima. And I will be back Monday night. And what do I have Monday night? Oh, I'm going to make an otter card. It'll be utterly adorable. I hope you can join me at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And let me know if you have any questions about the starter kit or sponsoring a crafty kit, or you want to register for one of my classes. I do appreciate having you join me, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stamp and smiles. Bye, everybody. Love you.